All right, welcome to Saturday morning. I'm going to do a little reading for you. Woo, it's right here. I'm just looking out at the water here, asking the universe what you need to know this morning. Let's see where we go. Let's see where we go. For those of you who are looking to figure out your spiritual path, your mission, your work in this life, you're in luck. I'm doing a class this week. We are focusing on the North Node. We are going to focus on how to work with that energy to open up to your path. So if you're wanting to jump on that class, I suggest now before we close it. Okay, so the link is below for that. Going to be doing that this week. Let's see where we go. Let's see where we go. All right. Happy Saturday morning, or whatever time or whatever day it is when you're watching this. Whoa, the sun's kind of bright today. Taking shelter. I have not had this card in a while. Wise leader, navigating by the stars. So some of you are really thinking deeply about your next steps and, you know, what you might be here to do or what you might be here to accomplish. And I do feel like there is a person, some of you are attracting in a teacher. All right, some of you are attracting in a teacher. Others of you are stepping into your teacher, healer, shaman role, okay? That is one of the things I want to talk about in the class, is to understand how to understand your gifts. And you are a beacon for others. That is the thing. I feel like a lot of people come to this channel and come to my classes and they're wanting to know for themselves about, like, what am I supposed to do? But I feel like if you focus on service, how am I supposed to be of service to others? Some of you are doing that. I've seen your texts. You send me texts, you send me emails and stuff. Some of you are really doing that. How do I help others without, and also without burning yourself out, right? That's an important thing. You got to take care of yourself. So otherwise you have nothing to give, and that's antithetical to your mission, okay? So don't overburden yourself. There's the wise leader, wise teacher right there underneath. 6 of Swords, 3 of Wands. I'll show you all this and talk you through it. 8 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles, beautiful. 7 of Pentacles, World. I love this. 10 of Swords, 8 of Cups, 4 of Pentacles. Okay, so there's definitely something to be left behind here. I feel like you might be holding on too much to an old way of life. You know, when you're asked to step into being a healer, a teacher, or a guide, it can be daunting to leave behind a 3D life that doesn't align with that, okay? And I feel like that's what's being asked of you here as you move down the road toward your path. Now, what's happening right now is another moving card, 6 of Swords and the 3 of Wands. The communication here is flowing. This can be from a person or a teacher that you find that comes across your path, all right? It's organic. This is not like you out there pounding the pavement looking for a person. This is about you seeking answers. Seeking answers for, you know, the age-old questions of why am I here, and, you know, what do I need to know? How do I accomplish my mission on this path? Is it really just as simple as me being available and shining my light for others? Some of you, yes, right? Ooh, there we go. Taking shelter. Taking shelter. So you see how that's the Hermit. Okay, that's the Hermit card, and then it becomes a staff and a light. Okay, so the staff is there to steady her as she walks. The light is to shine the light not only for her but for others. So you see that's a balanced give and take here. And then it becomes this beautiful staff. Look at how her staff has changed into that sort of spiral. It's like what goes around comes around, the law of karma, the law of, you know, giving and receiving, okay? And I feel like you might be helping other people or stepping into helping other people and saying, yeah, you know what? I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. This teacher comes along, Hierophant and the Eight of Wands, and everything starts to make sense. You're able to follow your bliss, follow your mission and path. It just sort of opens up, okay? Because you're looking at it from a balanced perspective now. It's the giving, but it's also the receiving. It's the energy in, energy out. That creates a state of flow, it creates momentum. All right. And I feel like some of you have put a lot of time and effort into figuring this out, but getting grounded is really the key. It's hard to understand that if you're somebody who is used to, I'm going to go out there and get it, right? Like, I think that there's a certain amount of admirableness to wanting to go out there and get it. But I also feel like if it's not balanced with receiving or allowing, right? The divine feminine and divine masculine are two very distinct energies. And for those two things to be combined, the masculine is going out there and getting it, and the feminine is allowing, right? And receiving. I feel like when those two things are in harmony, world, then things can move forward. Now, we definitely have something to leave behind here. Ten of Swords and Four of Pentacles. It's about being too small. Okay? Some of you are choosing paths that you think are spiritual in nature, or you think are your spiritual paths, and they're just a step on the path. It's not the whole path. You might not know the whole path for a long time. Just because you can't see what the end result is, it doesn't mean that it's not relevant. And in fact, it's very relevant, especially about having faith and walking your path as it opens up to you, step by step by step. Forget about what other people are doing. Don't compare yourself to other people. I should be this far along in my career. I should be at this place in my life. Like, that's useless and wasted energy. So please clarify the Ten of Swords for me. Hanged Man. Please clarify the Four of Swords for me. Star. Look at that. What a spiritual connection. One more, please. One more, please. Wow. All right, so remember I was talking about the masculine energy. We do have that with the Taurus energy of the Hierophant underneath, which is the teacher, the healer, the guide. You can reach and find, or reach out and find and connect and receive a healer, a teacher, a guide. You can also receive that energy into yourself so that you can take action. So, these things have to be balanced. And I feel like the stuckness is over. Being stuck is done. It doesn't mean that at some point in your life, from here on out, you're not going to feel like you're standing on a plateau or whatever. But now I feel like you're more capable of navigating it. It's not so frustrating. It's like, oh yeah, been here before. Okay. And the self-confidence that comes from being here before. So all of the struggles that you've had, all of the things that are really challenging to you, like, this is the card of things coming to fruition, right? We're starting the eclipse season later this month, November 19th, I think it is. We have, I believe it's a lunar eclipse. I will look that up because I don't have it on the tip of my brain right now. But the full moons are about releasing and letting go. The new moons, as I'm doing this reading, we are in this new moon energy, new moon in Scorpio, which is about going deep. Okay. And that can feel like you're standing still, but it's not about the doing. The thing we've been trained so much to do is the doing. We haven't been trained so much in the feminine receiving. And I feel like what's happening here is finally surrendering. Okay, surrendering the things that need to go, finally seeing where you've been sort of pushing on a, pushing on a rope. If you can't push on a rope, right? Tug of war, when you're in a tug of war with someone or you're in a tug of war with your life, you're pulling and it's pulling or they're pulling. But when that life is like, okay, here we are, this is what we're opening up to and everything like that, you can't push on that rope. Okay, it's no longer a push or pull kind of thing at all. This is about releasing and surrendering to whatever needs to be dismissed in your life, whatever needs to be sent packing, whatever needs to be released. Okay, and then going into healing mode. Some of you are stepping into being a healer. Okay, and that might be very different from what you've experienced in the past few years, maybe 4 years. You want to hold on to these last 4 years, even if they've sucked. Okay, but it's like the devil you know versus the devil you don't know. So some of you are holding on to things that haven't really been that good. And I don't know that you have too many things to compare it to. So how would you know that it was good or not good? Especially when it comes to relationships. We hold on to relationships that are lousy because we don't know what else is out there or if anything is out there for us. So a lot of us hold on to things. And now I feel like you're stepping in on a more global level. I feel like you're stepping into your healing connection and able to take action now. Your healing connection with Gaia, with the universe, the world here. I feel like you're opening up to more messages that are wanting to come through. But it does seem to me, let me do one more thing here. Tower, King of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, Moon. Okay, so the new moon and then the eclipses are going to change things. Okay, over these next couple months. We also have North Node moving from Gemini and Sag. North Node's in Gemini right now. It's right on the edge of Taurus. Okay, moving into Taurus. Now, North Node is activation energy. It's a node of the moon. You might want to go look up your own North Node and then, hey, come and join the class because the North Node is about the energy of where things are. It's about opening up to spiritual mission and path. It's about activation. Okay, even if that activation is feminine receiving. Okay, because Taurus energy is about what you value. And over the next 2 years, when the North Node is in Taurus, South Node is in Scorpio, go back and check out that live I did last week about all of the energies coming into November, about how we're moving toward Taurus energy with this North Node, and yet the South Node's in Scorpio, and we are in Scorpio time. So what I feel like is happening is Scorpio is about going deep, being deeply connected to something or someone. There's a thing you may be deeply connected to, someone you may be deeply connected to that you need to release in order to gain the biggest benefit from this energy of new moon in Scorpio, and how you might use this energy of the deep feelings, how you might use your flow state in order to open up to your spiritual gifts. To open up to your spiritual gifts, to open up to what you're here to do, to open up to that partner that is going to finally resonate with you. Okay, so what's happening here when I went, ooh, okay, so I want to not just blow this off and share it with you. Of course, I wouldn't blow it off, but anyway, Tower and King of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. This is about clear sight. You're going to see it now. It's like so relieving when you can at least see the path. Okay, you can at least see the path of how things are moving forward. The moon and the star here, I do feel like this new moon in Scorpio is deep energy, this beautiful part of yourself that you may have shut off, now coming out. now showing up. You're showing up. And it's in this moon energy, this wheel of fortune. Things are really starting to move forward now, receiving. Look at all these major arcana cards down here. Those of you who take my tarot class, you know that the minor arcana cards that we're seeing up here are transactional. They're, you know, this happens and this happens because that happens, right? It's not really in a vacuum, but it is kind of day-to-day process, okay? It's process. But when we get to these major arcana cards down here, this is about a shift in consciousness and an embracing of the new consciousness. Okay? Some of you can be releasing and letting go of relationship patterns. Some of you can be releasing and letting go of anything that's blocking you from your path. Wow. Okay. All right. I'm going to continue on with this. There's a lot. I see Taurus here. Taurus, Aquarius, Aries. Taurus, Aquarius, Aries, Sag, Pisces, Cancer. We will look at all those. All right, so the link is below. Happy Saturday morning. Little surprise reading.